Hi, welcome to clickmyproject.com. The title of our project is MCSync Distributed Decentralized Database for Mobile Devices or Android application. Well, Cloud Synchronization Framework aims to give a developer the ability to easily create and maintain a distributed decentralized database, which allows users reliability, stored and synchronized data between the mobile device and the cloud. It is a complex environment that properly handles situations where the user cannot or does not want to use the cloud, allowing offline working by storing locally the data and uploading according the cloud database when connection become available. Using the cloud application or transferred into distributed application running partially on the cloud and partially on the phone. This is considered a drawback because the network connectivity varies quickly on mobile devices from Wi-Fi to 3G or even to no connectivity at all. So each application should remain configurable to run locally too. A major objective of our system is to provide location transparent of data, which means that user can query and update the database without knowing the actual location of the data. The ideal case is when the user sees the entire database as a single entity stored on one site. Also, local anatomy is very important. A distributed database is a single logical database that is spread physically across. A distributed database is a single logical database that is spread physically across computers in multiple locations that are connected by a data communication link. Users within the network can have access to part of the database at their location so that they can access the relevant data for their tracks without interfering with work of others. A distributed database is suitable for other applications which will use the framework online application for mobile device to increase fault tolerance. The local SQLite database is a backend up by the Google App Engine Bigtable. Decentralized databases are also stored on computer at multiple locations, but there is no network connection between them and the database software when the data appears to be in one logical database. Thus, user at various sites cannot share data. A decentralized database is best regarded as a collection of different databases rather than having a geographical distribution of single database. Now, Android application, as it despite, Android has a very good position in the worldwide top of mobile devices operating system. Android is an open source technology which comes with no licensing, distribution or development fees. All tools and technologies for developing application are free downloaded from the internet. The SDK is simple and powerful with excellent documentation. There is a thriving developer community. SQLite has some important features. Transaction safety ACID. It is zero configuration database engine of setup. Serverless database is contained in a single disk file. It is very small and compact. It's an open source. It's a features of our Android application. Now, Google App Engine is an environment highly protection orientation with the environment development lifecycle has been facilitated to the rapid creation of cloud-based solution at the high advantage of cloud capabilities. This is about the overview of our project. Let's see the flowchart diagram of our project. This is a data flow diagram. Here the user login, that is here we have an user. The user has to be logged in into the application to access the data. We have both the centralized server also and decentralized server. To go into the centralized server, first check the network connection. If we don't have the network connection, access may get denied. And if we have the network connection, then they access the data. And we are going for decentralized server. In the decentralized server, the user can access the data and gets the information. This is about our flowchart diagram. Let's see the demo of our project. This is our home page. Here we have login information, that is sign in and sign up. Here this is only for the user validation. Only the authorized users can access the account. And now both the centralized and decentralized server is also available here. When you go into the sign up, here we have a registration form, that is user can register the data. So the registered data will be stored in our local database. Here I am giving my username as and my same password as ELY, and I'm just confirming my password. Here, when I click on this create account, I got an information that this account has been successfully created. I'm going back, and when I give on the sign in option, here I'm entering my username and password, and my given password is ELY. And now I'm just signing into the application. I'm entering into my dashboard. Here I have an home page. When I click on this home, I have both the centralized and decentralized server databases. The main aim of this project is when our server is get failure, that is our centralized server is get failure, the user cannot access the file. The user is unable to access the file continuously. So this purpose we have created the decentralized server in our local disk. The information can be retrieved from the particular database and it will be shown. When I click on the centralized server, I am getting into the application. Here I am having a check connection. That is, here I am going to check whether I have an internet connection or not. If I click on this check button, here I have an application, that is, you have an internet connection. So I am going back. If I need, I can go back to the if I don't have my internet connection, I can click here and I can go back to my home page. So now I am entering into my process. So here I have my internet connection. So I am entering into my process. This is my web page which I got it. So here I am going to enter some data. www.google.com. So when I click on this browse button over here, it's retrieving our application is retrieving the data, retrieving the information from our centralized server, and the data is being get accessed. From here, the user can access any data for their future use. This is what is about our centralized database. We can access any of our data from here. Now I'm going into my decentralized server database. I'm just clicking on my decentralized server. Here we have both an admin entry also and user entry. The main purpose of admin entry is that we should enter everything with a manual work. That is, the user have to enter the information with all the information. Those entered information only the user can view all those information. In our decentralized server, actually we are using our SQLite database. In our SQLite database, in our SD card, the whole memory, what all the information here enter, those information will be get stored in our particular database, and when the user entry with our decentralized database, only those information they can view from their data, retrieve from the SQLite database. Here I am just clicking on my admin entry. Here I have one location-based admin and the temple-based admin and the hotel-based admin. This is based on our choice. That is, if a user need the information about the location, they can enter here. And if they based on the temple, this based on the required. Here we have a location admin. When I click on this button, this is my information updation form. Here the user can enter every information, and the entered information will be viewed by the user. Here I am just entering the information as Madurai. I am giving the information as Madurai is an temple city. I'm just giving only one line for just example, and when I click on this update SQLite database, it's success. Information gets stored in our SQLite database, and when I click on this view button, the information will be get viewed, and so on. So the user can enter any data like CBE. It's second largest city in Tamil Nadu. I'm just giving the information and I'm uploading this in our database. This information will be viewed by the user, and when I click on this temple, same thing, the user can give the temple name. I'm giving as like a Meenakshi. Chamber famous. I'm just updating this information in our SQLite database. Same process will be going on for all those. And I'm giving some information like Here I'm just giving my temple information as Echinari temple, and it's the second largest temple in Asian country. When I click on this update SQLite database, information will be get stored. And if I need information for the first information, when I click on this get information, the information will be get modified. And when I edit this information, I have to click on this edit button, and I can change the particular information, like the entry will be modified as Madurai. And when I click on this edit entry, the information will be get modified. And if I don't want this particular information, I can click on this delete entry. That is the main work about the admin. And when I go for the hotel, I'm giving the some name of the hotel as Tamil Nadu Hotel. It's a luxurious. I'm just giving the information, and when I click on this update SQLite database, the information will be get stored, and those information can be viewed. This is all separate database. That is for hotel we have a separate database, and for temple we have a separate database, and those information will be stored in every information will be get stored in our separate database, and the information will be get entered here. Now the role of our admin has got over. That is actually the how we are entering the information in our how we are retrieving the information from the Google. That is actually the user some part in our various part the user can enter all those data. In case of connection problem or some internet problem only, we are going with our decentralized database, and the same process will be happen in our decentralized database also. And that is what the information will be get stored predefined by the user in our admin part, and the user and at emergency case the user can enter into the location, and the information can be viewed. Here we have only these data. If the user is need to know the information about the one, that is a Madurai, MD is a temple city, and the information need to know about the second, that is a Coimbatore. It is the second largest city in Tamil Nadu. Those information also can be get viewed. This is about this access. When I go with the same thing like a temple, when I click on this too, and when I click on this get information, that is where I can get the Echinari temple. It is the second largest temple in Asian country. The information will be get viewed, and the same process will be for the hotel. And when I click on this view button, the only one information has been stored. So when I click on this one and click on this get information, it is a luxurious place to stay. Those information can be retrieved. The admin part only, in our admin part the user has to enter only once, and those information will be get stored permanently, and that information will be retrieved by the user. This is about our project. Thank you.